focusing on reading the Bible. And if you want to check the description to see all the rules and whatnot, you can do that. Okay. Genesis 1. In the beginning, God created the void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And God saw the light that it was good. And and God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. In the evening and the morning were the first day. Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the water from the waters. And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God said, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered in one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth." And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and the herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven, and to divide the day from the night, and let there be for sign, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days, and for years, and let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was. In the evening and the morning were the fourth day. And God said, "Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that have life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven." And God created a living creature that moves, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fowl multiply in the earth." In the evening and the morning were the fifth day. Said, "Let," excuse me, "and God living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, earth after his kind." And it was so. And God made the beasts of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creeps upon the earth after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing." So God created him. Male and female, he created them. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, "Be fruitful and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moves upon the earth." And God said, "Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which, and every tree in the which is the fruit of the tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat, and to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and everything that creeps upon the earth, wherein there is life. I have given every green herb for meat." And it was so. And God saw everything that he had very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. Thus the heavens and the and God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made. These are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created, in the day that Yehovah made the earth and the heavens. And every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew. For Yehovah had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground. But there went up a mist from the earth, and watered the whole face of the ground. And Yehovah formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And man became a living soul. And Yehovah planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed. And out of the ground made Yehovah to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food, the tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And a river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from thence it was parted and became into four heads. The name of the first is Pison. That is it which compasses the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold, and the gold of that land is good. There is bdellium and the onyx stone. And the name of the second river is Gihon, and the same is it that compasses the whole land of Ethiopia. And the name of the third river is Hiddekel. That is which goes toward the east of Assyria, and the fourth river is Euphrates. And Yehovah took the man and put him into the garden of Eden to Jehovah commanded the man, saying freely. But of the tree of knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat of it, for in that day you do eat of it, you shall surely die. And Yehovah said, it is not good that a man should be alone. I will make him a helpmate for him. And out of the ground Yehovah formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called, every that was the name thereof. And Adam gave the fowl of the air and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found any a helpmeet for him. And Yehovah caused deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh thereof. And the rib which the man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and shall be one flesh. And they were both naked, and the man and his wife were not ashamed. Now the serpent was more subtle than Jehovah had made, and he said unto the woman, God said, ye shall not eat of every tree. And said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest you die. And the serpent said unto the woman, you shall not surely die, for God knows that in the day you eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. And the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together, and made themselves aprons. Of Yehovah walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Yehovah among the trees of the garden. And Yehovah called unto Adam and said unto him, where are you? And he said, I heard your voice in the garden, and I was afraid, because I was naked, and I hid myself. And he said, who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten of the tree? And the man said, the woman who you gave to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat. And Yehovah said unto the woman, what is this that you have done? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. And Yehovah said unto the serpent, because you have done this, you are cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon the belly you shall go, and dust you shall eat all the days of your life. And I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your seed and her seed, and it shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel. And to the woman he will greatly multiply your sorrow and your conception. In sorrow you shall bring forth children, and your desire shall be to your husband, and he shall rule over you. And to Adam, he said, because you have hearkened unto the voice of your wife and have eaten of the tree of which I commanded you, saying, eat of it. Cursed is the ground for your sake. Sorrow shall you eat of it all the days of your life. Thorns and thistles all shall it bring forth to you. You shall eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of your face shall you eat bread, till you return into the ground. For out of it, for out of it were you taken. For dust you are, and unto return. And Adam called his wife's name Eve, because she all living things of all living. Until Adam also and his wife did Jehovah make coats of skin and clothe them. Behold, the man is become like as one of us, to know good. And now lest he put forth his hand and take also of the tree of life and eat and live forever. Therefore Jehovah sent him forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from whence he was taken. So he drove out the man and placed east of the Garden of Eden cherubims and a flaming sword which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life. And Adam knew Eve his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain and said, I have gotten a man from Jehovah. And she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in process of time it came to pass that Cain brought forth of the fruit of the ground an offering unto Jehovah. And Abel he also brought of the firstling of his flock, and of the fat thereof. And but unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. And Jehovah said unto Cain, why are you not be if you do well, and if you do not do well, sin lies at the door, and unto you fire, and you shall rule over him. And Cain taught his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him. And Jehovah said unto Cain, where is Abel your brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? And he said, what have you done? The voice of your brother's blood cries unto me from the ground. And now are you cursed from the earth, which have opened her mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand? When you till the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto you her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall you be in the earth. And Cain said unto Jehovah, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, you have driven me out of this day from the face of the earth, and from the face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that finds me shall slay me. Therefore, whosoever slays Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And Jehovah set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. And Cain went out from the presence of Jehovah and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch, and built a city, and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch. And unto Enoch was born Irad, and Irad begat Mahujalel, and Mahujalel begat Methuselah. Methuselah begat Lamech. Oh, Methuselah. Okay. And Lamech took unto him two wives. The name of the one was Adah, and the name of the other Zillah. And Adah bare Jabal, and he was the father of such as dwell in tents, and of such as have cattle. And his brother's name was Jubal, and he was the father of all such as handle the harp and organ. And Zillah, she also bare Tubal-Cain, an instructor of every artificer in brass and iron. And the sister of Tubal was Naamah. And Lamech said unto his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice, you wives of Lamech. Hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech sevenfold, 70 and sevenfold. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son, and called his name God said, for God said, she have appointed me another seed instead of Abel, who came slew. And to Seth, to him also there was born a son, and he called his name Enos. Then began men to call unto the name of Yehovah. This is the book of the generations of Adam, in the day that God created man. In the likeness of God made he him. Male and female he created their name. Adam, in the day when they were Adam lived 130 years and begat a son in his own likeness, after his image, and called his name Seth. In the days of Adam, after he had begotten Seth, and he begot sons and daughters, years, and he died. And Seth lived after he begot Enos 807. And all the days of Seth were 920, and he died. And Enos lived 90 years and begot Canaan. And Enos lived after he begot Canaan 815 years and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Enos were 905 years, and he lived 70 years and begot Mahalalel. And Canaan lived after he begot Mahalalel 840 years and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Canaan were 910 years, and he died. And Mahalalel lived 65 years and begot Jared. And Mahalalel lived after he begot Jared 830 years and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Mahalalel were 895 years, and he died. And Jared lived 162 years, and he begot Enoch. And Jared lived after he begot Enoch, got sons and daughters, and all the days of Jared were 962 years, and he died. And Enoch lived 65 years, and Enoch walked with God 300 years and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Enoch were 365 years. And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. And Methuselah lived 187 years and begot Lamech. And Methuselah lived after he begot Lamech 782 years and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. And Lamech lived 182 years and begot a son, and he called his name Noah, saying, this same shall comfort us concerning our work and toil of our hands, because of the ground which Jehovah hath cursed. And Lamech lived after he begot Noah 595 years and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died. And Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begot Shem, Ham, and Japheth. All right. And I am going to pause right there. I did not have water with me, and my mouth is pause this. All right, I am back. Began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them. That the sons of God saw that the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all. My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants in the earth in those days. So after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they were to them, and the same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. And God saw that the wicked of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented Yehovah that he had made, and whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repented me that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of Yehovah. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations, and Noah walked with God. And Noah begat 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth also was corrupt before Yehovah, before God, and the earth was filled with violence. And God looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. And God said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And behold, I will destroy them with the earth, and make you an ark of gopher wood. Rooms shall you make in the ark, and you shall pitch it within and without. And this is the fashion which you shall and this is the fashion which you shall make of it. And the length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, the breadth of it 50 cubits, and the height of it 30 cubits. And the window and the window and the window shall you make to the ark, and in a cubit shall you finish it above, side thereof, with lower and second and third stories, you shall make of it. And behold, I, even I, do bring a flood of waters upon the destroy all flesh. Thank you. Which is the breath of life from under heaven, and everything that is in the earth shall die. But with thee will I establish my covenant. Come into the ark, you and your sons and your wife and your sons' wives with you, and of every living thing of all flesh, 2 of every sort with thing of all flesh, 2 of every sort shall you bring into the ark to keep them alive with you, and shall be male and female, of fowls after their kind, and of cattle after their kind, of every creeping thing of the earth after his kind. 2 of every sort shall come unto thee to and take you unto you and take thou unto thee of all food that is eaten, and you shall gather it to thee, and it shall be for food for thee and for them. Thus did Noah according to all that God commanded him, so did he. All right. So this is actually where I'm going to stop at. Oh, so yeah, this is where I'm stopping at right now. We'll pick up later today, pick up tomorrow in Genesis 7. I'll edit the title to kind of show where we kind of finished that. And if you're following along, thank you for following along. If you listen, thank you for listening. If you like, comment, shared, whatever, thank you for doing that. That was all. You guys have a blessed Shabbat.